awarded Best Sportscast in Kansas 2 years running. KAKE Sports Friday Football Blitz, presented by Fugate Enterprises, Pizza Hut, and Taco Bell, starts now.
Good evening, my football friends. It's week 4, meaning after tonight, the regular season is halfway in the books. Don't blink, this season is flying by. Tonight, a big show, our biggest yet. Highlights from all the way out to Garden City to southeast of Saline, from Buhler to Towanda. But we're starting, though, the same way as we always do with our Academy Sports and Outdoors Game of the Week. This week, it's a crosstown showdown between the two Andover schools. It's the AHS Trojans making the trip over to Central to battle the Jags. KAKE's Austin Clift with the big assignment tonight. Austin, what's good in A-Town?
Yeah, Chase, I'm live here at Andover District Stadium for tonight's game of the week. It's the battle for Andover between the Andover Trojans and the Andover Central Jaguars. The Jags winning this rivalry game last year, so the Trojans looking for some revenge tonight. The Andover Central Jaguars looking to get their first win of the season. The Andover Trojans looking for win number 3. End of the first quarter, though, it's Andover QB number 15, Chase Oberg, handing it off to number 25, Rob Bundy. Bundy breaking one off, he takes it 55 yards to the house. Andover up 7-0. Andover Central with the ball barely on their 1-inch line. Jack Steiner takes the snap, and from there it's out of his hands. And a safety's called. Trojans up 9-0. Near the end of the second quarter, Steiner with a deep pass, perfect spiral to number 22, Isaac Anthemides, takes it in. Jags pull within 3. In the second half, Rob Bundy with another TD, and Oberg connecting with Evan Bell to put this one on ice. Trojans come away with a 23-6 win. Head coach Tony Kraut talked with us after the game.
Biggest game on the schedule unless we get to the playoffs, and so you can see the emotion, you can see how hard we're playing. There's fireworks going off in the background. I mean, it's an exciting time for this town, and we're just glad that we came out on this end of it.
And it looked like it might be a defensive battle to the end in the first half, but the Trojans, of course, running away with it with that 23-6 win. Coach Krause saying it was an ugly win, but they don't care what it looks like as long as they get the W. That's tonight's Game of the Week. Chase, back to you in the studio.
Hey, it's great to be a Trojan. Thanks, Austin. Meanwhile, up in Hutch, a 6A battle between two Ark Valley powers, and that's the defending champion and undefeated Derby Panthers putting perfection on the line. The Salt Hawks, they're likewise undefeated. This game huge implication-wise. Derby's out and running early. Brody Kuser taking it on the sweep. He goes to his right, and he's going to get all the way out to the sideline as the junior running back puts on the speed burst to get in for the Derby touchdown. Salt Hawks would try to keep pace with the 6A champs. Tommy Carter bursting through the scrum. The senior showing off flashes of his speed, taking off for the 80-plus yard touchdown. But it's Derby tonight, all over the Salt Hawks, 46-20. Some more Ark Valley action at campus. Salina Central down in the ICT tonight. The Colts just knocked off Central's crosstown rival. Mustangs looking for win number 1. Stangs on the move. Brogan Richardson tries to go up top for Kedrick Liggins, but Cedric Buckles coming down with the INT, and here comes the Colts. Buckles now on offense. Call him Mr. Versatile. He keeps faking out everyone, and look at the speed burst from him, getting some great blocks out front as he buckles in for the big gain. And later, Alex Harbor, and he's going to take this one to the far sideline, and he'll get to pay dirt. Campus cruising tonight, 45-8. Meanwhile, back up in Salina, the lights on at their stadium. The Maize Eagles trying to bounce back from last week's loss to Derby. The Cougs, meanwhile, looking for their first win of the year, but here come the Eagles. Dalen Johnson all day, following some great blocks, heading into your living room for the first score of the second half. South down, but not out, though. Ethan Resley blocking the punt, scooping and scoring, but Maize wins a close one tonight, 28-21. Valley Center's off to a hot start this season. They're putting their perfection on the line against Newton. Rayler's still looking for their first dub of the year. But here come the Hornets. Wyatt Lane gives to Caleb Raines, and Raines takes off to his left, getting outside before being brought out just before getting into the end zone, and that sets them up for this. Raines getting to cash in after his big play. Valley Center looking tough. Newton's landed more with a nice play here at a play action, hitting Nathan Aarons for the nice pickup, but Valley Center with another win, 21-0. It's rivalry week across the Sunflower State. This is a big one out in Goddard. The Lions, Tiger Country for a good old-fashioned battle of the cats. Shout out to Cox 22 for another great broadcast tonight. 21-0 Lions on top, and adding to it, Blake Sullivan up to Cody Gonzalez. That's concentration right there. Keeping your eye on the ball, Gonzalez with the touchdown. And Eisenhower finally getting something going here. Mason Madsey to Tanner King. The Kingmaker, he makes it 29-6. Goddard's just so tough, though. Sullivan to Gonzalez. Once again, Lions win 60-12. Here's a fun one for you. We have Buhler hosting Maize South. The Mavs are undefeated this year. Buhler only has one loss so far this season. Let's take it to the second half, shall we? Ethan White trying to make something happen at Maize South's Justin Swafford for the big tackle there. There's a lot of defense in this game, as you can see. The Mavs trying to make a move here, but the Crew, led by big Brendan Webb, take down the South runner, and the Crusaders pull out a tight one, 21-14. Our little Ark Valley tour wrapping up tonight in Towanda. The Golden Tornadoes in town, battling the Thunderbirds. All sorts of weather up at Circle High School. Jalen Logan, he can sling it. He finds Cameron Wilson for the beautiful touchdown strike. Here's Lane Coulter later for Circle, but instead he finds Field Kinley, Solomon Bowen, with the nice INT. Circle gets on the board, though, later. Hagan Anderson for a Thunderbird 6, but it is Coffeyville Field Kinley taking a back and forth affair, 42-38. Plenty more to come here on the Blitz as the KAKE cameras head out to Garden City as they open up WAC play against Hayes. Plus, we have all the City League action you could ask for, including South battling Capon on homecoming night at Cessna.
We're the collegiate cheerleaders, and you're watching Blitz on KAKE.
City League time. It's been a fun ride so far. East coming off a loss last week to Capon, while Carroll, they're on a nice little two-game winning streak. And it's home sweet home tonight for the Eagles after beating down West last week at Northwest. And the Eagles up, but the Aces putting on the pressure. This is Akibo Uko Fresso swooping in for the big sack. Nice stuff from the senior. Later, Carroll quarterback Braden Howell decides to tuck and run. Check him out going to his left, getting out of bounds and knocking over a cameraman. Then Howell's going to show off his footwork once again, this time to his right, and he takes off. This kid is good, I tell you. Bishop Carroll with a big shutout win tonight, 45-0. The sun sets in the west. Pioneers and Northwest Grizzlies battling just down Tyler Road, both starving tonight for a win. And check out this play here from the Pioneers, Kashawn DeShazer. This is why you stay low. He keeps his feet but loses his helmet before taking off down the field, but that would be blown dead as soon as the helmet came off. Pioneers still rolling. Zion Parks this time goes up and finds DeShazer for a touchdown, making it 57-24 Northwest. Those Grizzlies pretty good. Let's check out Roy Johnson real quickly on this big run as Wichita Northwest gets the big win, 57-24. All right, to Cessna we go. The South Titans paying Capon a visit on homecoming night. Capon student section says, South coach wears off-brand khakis, so I did my journalistic duty to discover the sign was wrong. Black pants tonight for Coach Steiner. His Titans rolling as well, up 16 in the second, 16-0 in the second. Nick Dagenhart loses the ball. Raekwon Cunningham recovers, and then check out this play. Beautiful. Evan Cruz to Jariah Taylor. The senior extends for the touchdown, and they tried to get some more before half, but on fourth down, Crusader defensive lineman Jordan Paul bats it away. South wins 35-14. Heights and Southeast both coming off big wins in week 3. Can the Falcons stay hot and wrangle the Buffalo? Beautiful shot tonight out there. All right, it's Tariq Atkins under center with a beautiful ball up to Richie Reed. A picture-perfect catch. Nice little setup play. Atkins also getting it done with his feet. In play action, or a little read option, excuse me, taking off to his right. That makes it 6-0, but Heights goes on to cruise in this game, 41-6. It's 212 miles from Wichita to Liberal. North hoping to make a pleasant bus ride home, but unfortunately for them, Liberal wins 56-14. Let's stick out west, shall we? Some WAC games out on the high plains. Hayes and Garden City battling out where the Buffalo roam. Garden City a perfect 3-0 and making some noise in 6A. Jesse Nunez, this guy is a human highlight reel. The senior finds Brody Stable. He's out of the stables for the touchdown. GC up big. More coming from Nunez later. This time he dishes it off to Jason Yee, who holds on after the big hit. And we know Nunez can run the rock. He's on his feet this time for another 6. Garden City blanks Hayes 34-0. Still ahead, a lot to go here on the Friday Football Blitz, including our Play of the Week, plus a battle between some South Central Kansas powers out collegiate as Mulvane pays Sparta a visit. Mulvane and collegiate, some powers in 4A's top two divisions. Let's quickly get to the highlights tonight. They're both dancing here in Wichita. Collegiate starts with the ball, but in the first quarter, after forcing the Spartans to punt, Mulvane is on the move. Quarterback Jaden Price, a special player, the junior, weaving inside and out, and Mulvane goes on to win tonight 35-7. Let's head down to 3A. Garden Plain in town as they take on Independent. The Wildcats still searching for their first win. Well, the Owls seem all the more wiser this season at 3-0, and Garden Plain goes on to win 51-20. 2A squad taking on 3A southeast of Saline, and the Trojans would win that game 24-14. For all the highlights, be sure to head to KAKE.com. Here was your Play of the Week. We'll show that on KAKE.com. Have a good night.
For breaking news and your most accurate local forecast, KAKE News is on air, online, and on your mobile. KAKE News, on your side.